Order the meeting of the District 208 Board of Education.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Ms. Nardi, could we have a roll call, please?
Mr. Durkin?
Here.
Ms. Gaska?
Here.
Ms. Ruska? Ms. Slack?
Here.
Mr. Novak?
Here.
Dunhorst?
Here.
And Ms. Zales?
Here. And do we have any FOIA items this evening?
Yes, there were 3 FOIAs. West Cook News, PDF copy of student evacuation plan. We did not provide that. Tashonda Shumpert, RJP Properties, what company is used for custodial or janitorial services? When does the district plan to release its next RFP? Luke Gaffney, Quadient, copy of the postage equipment lease for mailing equipment used at RB facility, which is the Pitney Bowes equipment, and the lease agreement was provided.
Okay, thank you very much. Moving on to the principal's report, Dr. Freitas. Hope you're feeling better.
Yeah, thank you. Good evening, honorable board members. You know, first and foremost, I'm so proud of our school, our teachers, our students, everybody for coming together and earning for the second year in a row the AP Gold Honor Roll recognition. And we were also recognized by NISH for best schools in Illinois. We moved up from 49 to 44 according to the metrics. Schools can earn the honor roll recognition annually based on criteria that reflects a commitment to increasing their school's college-going culture, providing opportunities for students to earn college credit, and maximizing college readiness. So I'm extremely proud of all of our teachers, staff for earning that. The next step is platinum. On October 9th, tomorrow, we'll have some juniors take the PSAT and MSQT exam. They have to be here at 7:30 in the morning. And on the 11th, this Friday, is the end of first quarter. Can you believe it? 9 weeks already, and quarter 1 will be done. Parent-teacher conferences will be on the 24th from 12 to 4 and 5 to 8. They will be virtual, and parents will have to sign up as before. On the 30th, we will have the practice ACT for juniors. In November, we will have placement tests on the 12th for Gross, on the 13th for Comaric, and on the 14th for Hauser. All class of 2029 students must complete the online registration form by October 11th for placement exams to be scored. October 14th, next Monday, it is Columbus Day, Indigenous Peoples Day. It is a non-attendance day. On November 11th, we will have our annual Veterans Day ceremony from 8:30 to approximately 10:45. We will have breakfast, we will have our assembly, and then our veterans will be invited to classroom to speak about their journey, their experiences, and opportunities in the military forces. Under athletics, today we had a girls' tennis senior night. I'd like to recognize all of our seniors and head coach Weiss. They did an outstanding job today. Our fall choir concert is on the 10th, 7 p.m. in the auditorium. We have Fine Arts Week coming up from the 14th to the 18th. On October 17th, we will have girls volleyball senior night, 6 p.m. in the main gym. On the 23rd of October, we will have the fall and band orchestra concert, 7 p.m. here in the auditorium. Winter sports begin at the end of October, early November, and winter sports registration opens today. So all parents and students are encouraged to register for winter sports. And last but not least, November 14th through 17th, we have the fall play, Shakespeare in Love. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, the show begins at 7 p.m., Sunday at 2. The cost is $10 for adults, $5 for students and senior citizens. And that concludes my principal's report, Madam President.
Thank you, Dr. Freitas.
Dr. Freitas has given us a report tonight because he's not going to be at the committee of the whole meeting. He has personal travel for his family that he has to attend to. Will the students associate, the student reps will still give your report at the committee meeting?
I will work with our student board members, Dr.
Perfect.
Skinkis, to make sure they're prepared for our October 22nd conference.
Great.
Perfect. Thank you,
Thank you.
Dr. Freitas.
Visitor statements. Is anyone here for visitor statements tonight? No? Okay, any additional discussion items from a member of the Board of Education? Seeing none, we have consent agenda items. We have approval of minutes. Ms. Gaska.
The Board of Education, Township High School District 208, Cook County, Illinois, takes the following action on the listed consent agenda items. Approves minutes from the meetings held on September 10th and 24th, 2024, open and closed, as presented in the October 8th, 2024 Board Agenda Packet.
Second.
A second from Mr. Van Horst. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Ayes have it. Moving on to old business action items, life safety items. We have 2 updates. Do you want to start, Dr. Smetana, I'm assuming?
Yes, Dr. Smetana, solar panels.
Sure. So in the contract, in the packet, I provided updated contract that I received probably around 3:30 or 4 o'clock today. So I understand you haven't had time to look at it, but I wanted to provide the updated contract in regards to solar panels. It's not finalized. We have 1 or 2 remaining items that we're still negotiating, but I wanted to provide it as an update to the board.
So we discussed this at the last meeting. Was our intent to approve then tonight?
It was approved based on legal
pending-
review, or is it fine to wait until the next?
I don't think we're near legal final.
Okay.
And I confirmed we're fine to wait.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Then I think it's appropriate, we can consider this a first read of the contract, if you will.
Yes,
and
the
we'll look
board wanted to
approve.
see the red line.
Yeah.
So this is, I mean, we're pretty far down the road with red line, but it's not the final red line. Is that correct, Dr.
Correct.
Smetana?
Okay, and council hasn't done a final review.
Correct.
Okay,
Right.
then I think we wait and we approve it the next. That's okay with everybody? And this doesn't impact our schedule at all?
No.
Okay. Thanks for your work on this so far. It's appreciated. Do you want to give us an update on the east floor?
So the East Gym floor, Dr. Smetana brought to my attention last week when I got back from Springfield that we are experiencing 2 spots where we have some pretty significant buckling. By buckling, I mean, arches, so a dips and arch, as if like the hardwood floor ran out of room to expand and contract, so it went up. And so we had right around the start of the school year, there was an air conditioning leak in the area. Dr. Smetana, why don't you cover it so I don't mess up anything here?
Sure. So in late July like 26th, 27th, was when it was really humid outside, and the HVAC unit got overwhelmed by the humidity, and so we had a bunch of condensation leak onto the gym floor. We discovered it the next day, but that water had seeped in, and then unfortunately 5 days later we had the gym floor resealed, and we believe our best guess as to what caused it is that the water was still in there, and or the water didn't have any other place to go. So we have contacted our insurance, and we had the adjuster come out this week, and then we've also had 2 different companies come out to evaluate and give us quotes for either replacing or repairing. And at this point, we're in a holding pattern to hear back from our insurance to kind of figure out our next steps. So the East Gym is currently still open for meetings and for testing and things of that nature, but we've closed it for any physical activity until we can figure out the plan for moving forward.
So
Is
after
there
our
any
2
warranty option?
There's no warranty options. About 21 years old. That being said, gym floors typically last 50, 60 years. I mean, as long as you're doing annual, biannual, light screening, resurfacing. Maybe there's one deep screening where they repaint the lines. That's usually after 25, 30 years. But so we've received 2 quotes, 2 opinions for repair and replacement. One vendor feels that it'd be better to just replace. We had one vendor that say he thinks he can repair it. The repair will be around between 75 and 100. The replace is like 200 plus. I'm just being general with the numbers, but so we're going to get we're having one more vendor look at it this week. And we're also waiting to hear back from what the insurance believes. Now, it's not our main gym. Our main gym was done in 2017. It's an auxiliary gym. So the intent would be, if we can get it repaired, deep sand, repainted, the lines repainted, and then resealed with water-based sealant, we think that's more than enough, as long as it still is competition grade to use for the next several years. If it comes back that they won't warranty the work, On another note, the warranty on our brand-new gym floor, we looked at this the other day, was a year for workmanship. So it's not like there's a huge extended warranty on the gym floors. It's just, that's how it should be built. But we have Nicholas working with Dr. Smetana and I on this, just to kind of advise us as we go forward. But this, again, is one of those unexpected repairs that's happened. And now as we get ready to go into our winter season, when we use that gym every day, this will put a little bit of pressure on us to use more of the field house, maybe have to cancel some rentals or reschedule some rentals until we can make sure we accommodate all our B activities first before any rental or outside or feeder program activities second. So we're hoping to have an answer for you by the cow meeting, or if before that. I'll put that in the Friday update if it comes before the October cow.
So are gym classes being impacted right now? Or are we able to pick it up?
With the weather where it's been, we still are able to use the outside facility. We still use the field house, the main gym. So we're still good there.
And did in-house resources do the ceiling work? Who performed the ceiling work back in July?
Oh, it was ductwork, so it wasn't the ceiling. It was leaking from one of the ducts.
No, I mean sealing the floor.
Oh, no, we hire a company,
We hire
sorry.
a company every year.
Okay. Well, I guess my question is there any recourse with that company if there was a inappropriate moisture level?
No, I mean, we believe, that's not their responsibility. They just came out to seal the floor. And
I don't think there were
we thought we had
puddles sitting
caught-
on the floor.
No, we had thought after the 27th that we had caught all the water and mitigated it. But the only real solution explanation that we can think of is that's what happened.
But
That
there's
we
no,
missed some of the
nobody
water.
knows for sure what caused it.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay. More questions from anyone? Comments?
And one other facility item. So, as you saw in my Friday update, we're progressing nicely on the culinary lab. We're hopeful to have the students in there at some point in November. We'll set up a quick walkthrough for the board at the October cow, before the October cow. But one of the issues, scheduling issues, is that as we were doing some of the repairs to the rooftop unit and have the rooftop unit and the ductwork installed, as well as the auditorium made and entrance repaired or expanded into little theater to make that to make that larger for handicap accessibility. So that has had an impact on our music department a little bit, which is all the construction and not being able to use the little theater. So I did go to Nicholas, our construction manager, and DLA, our architect, and asked if they would be willing to make a donation towards the music department's trip to New York in the spring for being a good partner during this construction period. And we had Mr. Baum send a detailed itinerary to Dr. Smetana laying out all the costs. And there was one of the portions of the trip is a Broadway workshop. It's about $6,700 or so. That's split up amongst all the student participants. And so between DLA, Nicholas, and the district will cover any remaining cost. The cost of the Broadway workshop is going to be picked up by those donations. And so hopefully that will help reduce the price of the trip for the students a little bit as well. So I thought that was worth noting, and just a kind gesture by both DLA and Nicholas to give back to the music department and the students.
That's an amazing gift. Last time they went to New York, they had the opportunity to sing in Carnegie Hall and had a workshop done.
Yeah, I think they're attending a few plays as well, and so. But this looked like a great educational experience that were being provided to students, and so it was a little cleaner to assign the donation to something like that. So
Nice, yeah.
if you see Joe or Carrie from Nicholas or DLA, please make sure we remember to thank them at the school board conference if we run into them.
Anything else on life safety?
Dr. Tan, anything else? Facilities were good?
We're good.
Okay.
Okay. And Press Plus policy, I don't think you guys have met
We
yet.
are scheduled, I believe, I
Okay.
think it's for the next week.
Okay.
And then we'll have the first, our changes brought to the committee of the whole.
Okay.
So if you have any changes you want to the policies, please send those before Mary Ann, I believe we're scheduled for the
15th.
the October 15th. Okay.
And these have been in the packet now a couple times, so people should
Correct.
have a chance to review them. Under new business, payment of bills.
Yes, there are 3 items. The first is there was a question kind of throughout in regards to reimbursing staff for gas for the minibuses. We do have a gas account with Riverside Public Works, but they're not open on the nights or weekends, and so sometimes the coaches need to just go to a gas station to fill up when they have to fill up during those times. Next question was on board bill page 128 regarding BSN. So that invoice for baseballs and softballs is for this year. The cost of game balls goes up January 1st. So we ordered them now to save on costs, and then also Wilson doesn't necessarily have them in stock when everyone tries to order them, so sometimes they're back ordered. So between the combination, we decided to order them ahead of time.
Thank you.
And then lastly, I was notified today that we need to pull an invoice from the vouchers or the bills, invoice number 125234 on board book page 118, because we don't need to pay it. We used to be a pass-through for bills for satellite schools, but now they're billing the school directly, and so ultimately we don't need to pay it tonight.
That's a Quest payment.
Correct. We need to pay the last Quest payment. There's
The new student breakfast.
the new student breakfast, but we don't need to pay the August bills, and so that's why I mentioned the invoice number.
Okay.
We
Well,
still
we
will
still
earn.
get credit. We still get an offset, right?
Correct. We
Yeah.
still earn commission from them using us as a satellite school. We just don't have to be a pass-through for the billing anymore.
Got it. Thank you.
So Quest caught that obviously today then.
We caught that because they told us today that we didn't need to. They sent us the invoice a while ago, but then they told us today we didn't need to pay it. And then we looked at the voucher list and saw that it was on there.
Okay. So when we do a,
Do we need to amend the resolution?
we can amend it on its face, right? Just as amended.
Okay.
I think so. Yes.
That should be appropriate. Any more questions on payment of bills?
The Board of Education, Township High School District 208, Cook County, Illinois approves the payment of bills as presented in the October 8, 2024 Board Agenda Packet.
You want to add and as amended?
And as amended.
On page 118.
On page 118.
Second.
We need a roll call, please.
Ms. Gasko?
Yes.
Ms. Ruska?
Yes.
Ms. Slack?
Yes.
Mr. Novak?
Yes.
Mr. Redhorn?
Yes.
Mr. Durkin?
Yes.
And Ms. Salas?
Yes. Moving on, we have a first read of proposed course fees.
Dr. Freitas?
Yeah, good evening again, board members. So there's some modest recommended increases there for the food classes. For example, there's been an increase of groceries, right? And there's more students enrolled. For rock band, they have a big end of the year performance, and they hire a professional sound engineer. So there's the increase there. For health, the increase in fees from the American Red Cross to use their materials. For wellness and leadership, there's an increased fees due to T-shirt costs a little more. And then lastly, for French and AP French, the increased fees to cover the stamp exam. That exam will be used for students to demonstrate proficiency towards the seal of biliteracy. So that's why those increases there.
I don't think we had any questions on them, but it is a first read. So we could submit any questions in the intervening weeks if something comes up. Thank you, Dr.
Dr. Freitas, when do you need these approved by? October cow is fine?
Yes, October cow is fine.
Okay. What
Next
about your
item.
out-of-state overnight trips?
You've got two trips. Again, they don't have to be approved to the next board meeting. So the theater, the big one, the theater department, they'll be going to the Illinois Theater Fest, January 9th through the 11th at U of I. That's the theater, program's kind of staked. It's a very important one for them. And then we have the ski and snowboard club. They're planning on December to go to Galena, and January Devil's Head, and February Wilmot Mountain for skiing.
Is that an overnight or is that just a day trip?
That's it's over 200 miles, so
Oh.
it's a day trip. Yeah.
It's over state lines.
Over state lines.
The Wilmot,
The-
Wilmot and Devil's Head.
Oh, Wilmot's, okay, I'm
Anything
thinking
over-
Wilmot was
And
still.
then anything over 180 miles.
Yeah, I was thinking that was by the Galena area, still in Illinois, no?
But it's farther than whatever the range is.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they've brought those to us in the past, and then the weather,
Yes.
we just cross our fingers and hope the weather lets them ski, right?
Yeah, we haven't had snowy weather.
So as a first read, any questions can be submitted, and we'll hopefully approve them. Do you want to move both the proposed course and the out-of-state overnight field trips to the consent calendar for next meeting? Any
Sure.
objections to that? Okay.
No objections.
Okay, seeing none, that's okay, Dr.
Makes sense to me.
Skinkis. And then we do have the resolution abating a portion of the working cash fund.
Dr. Smetana, can you address this, please?
Yes, on September 17th, the district sold tax-exempt working cash bonds for capital projects in the amount of $2,030,000. The bond is for completing capital projects, specifically for creating a second culinary lab to accommodate growth in the program and to make it a commercial for dual credit. So tonight, I'm asking the board to approve the transfer of the bond proceeds, which is $2,003,615.04 from the district's working cash fund to operations and maintenance to ultimately its capital project fund. This sequence of transfers is in accordance with the rules and regulations of ISB, which is why we have to pass it through O&M as well.
And theoretically, this is the money we would use to pay for a floor replacement in the interim, if needed?
We could do that as well.
I mean, or otherwise from O&M.
It's not earmarked specifically for.
Right, and that was my point.
capital
It's
projects.
money that would be available as
Correct.
part of that capital expenditure that's possibly coming up. Okay,
It just has to go to capital.
Correct.
gotcha. Any questions on this transfer? We anticipated this. Ms. Gaska?
Ready? The Board of Education Township High School District 208, Cook County, Illinois approves the resolution attached abating a portion of the working cash fund of Township High School District Number 208, Cook County, Illinois. The fund shall be abated as of the date hereof by the amount of $2,003,615.04. The school treasurer of the district is hereby authorized and directed to forthwith permanently transfer the abatement amount to the operations and maintenance fund of the district. In accordance with the rules and regulations of the Illinois State Board of Education and specifically Section 100.50D2 of Title 23 of the Illinois Administrative Code, the abatement amount shall be transferred from the O&M fund to the district's capital projects fund as of the date hereof to be used as provided in said rules and regulations.
We have a second. A second from Mr. Van Horst. We need a roll call, please.
Ms. Ruska?
Yes.
Ms. Black?
Yes.
Mr. Novak?
Yes.
Mr. Wentworth?
Yes.
Mr. Durkin?
Yes.
Ms. Gasko?
Yes.
And Ms. Salas?
Yes. This is the second opportunity for visitor statements. Didn't change your mind? Okay. Discussion items, we had none requested. Any consideration of items for future meetings? Looking to everyone here. Matters for closed session. We do have appointment, employment, compensation, discipline, performance, or dismissal of specific employees of the public body, student discipline, individual student matters, purchase, sale, or lease of real property, probable imminent or pending litigation, collective negotiations, and school safety.
The Board of Education Township High School District 208, Cook County, Illinois enters closed session for the purpose of considering the closed session matters as presented in the October 8, 2024 Board Agenda Packet.
Second.
Second from Ms. Locke, and we do need a roll call.
Ms. Black?
Yes.
Mr. Novak?
Yes.
Mr. Van Horst?
Yes.
Mr. Durkin?
Yes.
Ms. Gasko?
Yes.
Ms. Ruska?
Yes.
Ms. Salas?
Yes. Okay.